Your dog has never once looked at you and thought human, not once. Every time you walk through that door, sit on the couch, or reach down to scratch behind those ears, your dog isn't seeing a person, it's seeing something much bigger. And most owners have no idea what that actually means. Think about the last time you came home after a long day. Before you even touched the door handle, your dog already knew you were coming, not just from the car or your footsteps. Something inside your dog was already tuned into you. You walked in, and your dog's whole body responded, not to a human walking through the door, to its entire world arriving home. That reaction isn't just excitement, it's relief. If you've ever wondered why your dog follows you to every room, presses its body against your leg when something feels off, or watches you sleep, this video will finally give you the answer you've been missing. Because what your dog sees when it looks at you is something no one ever told you. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your dog the same way again. Here's what's actually happening inside your dog every single day. Dogs don't organize the world the way we do. They don't think in categories like family, friend, or stranger. They move on something much more basic: safety or no safety. That's it. And you, from the very first days your dog spent with you, became the clearest signal of safety it's ever known. Specialists in animal behavior have found that dogs build a secure base around one central figure in their lives. Not a pack, not a group, one anchor. The same way a young child feels brave enough to explore a room because their mother is nearby, your dog moves through the world with confidence because you exist in it. Think about your morning routine. You get up, your dog gets up. You go to the kitchen, your dog follows. You sit down, your dog settles somewhere close, not on top of you, but close enough to feel you there. That isn't clinginess. That's your dog doing the one thing it's wired to do: keep its whole world in sight. And here's what most owners never notice. When you leave the room, your dog doesn't think, "They'll be back in a minute." It doesn't have that certainty. Every time you disappear, even behind a bathroom door, there's a tiny moment where your dog has to trust that you're coming back, every single time. Watch this the next time you get up from the couch. Look where your dog's eyes go. See how long it takes before it relaxes again. That small moment tells you everything about what you are to your dog. But what does your dog actually do with all of that feeling? And how is it trying to tell you this every day? That's exactly what comes next. Your dog can't tell you any of this in words. It can't sit across from you and say, "You're my whole world." It can't explain what it feels when you're near versus when you're gone. It can't describe the difference between the days you're calm and the days something is clearly wrong, even when you haven't said a word. But it shows you every single day. When your dog brings you a toy and drops it at your feet, that isn't just a request to play. That's an offering. Your dog is giving you the most valuable thing it owns because sharing with you feels right, because you're the one worth sharing with. When your dog leans its full body weight against your leg while you're standing in the kitchen doing nothing in particular, that isn't laziness. That's your dog choosing contact with you over every other option in that moment. The bed is right there. The floor is right there. Your dog chose you. When your dog watches you from across the room with that slow, half-closed stare, specialists in animal behavior link that to deep trust. Your dog is relaxed enough to almost sleep, but close enough to you in its mind that it doesn't need to move. You're the reason it feels that safe. Have you noticed this in your dog? Write in the comments the one thing your dog does that you never fully understood until right now. Because here's what most owners spend years not realizing. Your dog isn't loyal to you because it was trained to be. It isn't attached to you because it has no choice. It's attached to you because at some point, Probably without you noticing, you became the thing that makes its world make sense. And that changes everything about how you should respond to your dog every day. In the final part of this video, you're going to see exactly what you can do, starting today, to make your dog feel what it truly deserves to feel, that you see it too. You don't need to change everything. You don't need special training, expensive equipment, or hours of routines. What your dog needs from you is simpler than anything you'll find in a book. It needs to know you're present. Start with this. The next time your dog follows you into a room and settles near you, acknowledge it. Not with treats, not with big gestures, just a look, a slow breath, a hand on its back for a few seconds. Your dog reads your body more precisely than you read text. That small gesture says what words can't. I see you. You're safe. I'm here. When you get home, before you check your phone or drop your bag, greet your dog first. Get low. Let it come to you. Give it 10 seconds of full, undivided attention. Not for the excitement, because it spent the whole time you were gone managing the uncertainty of your absence. Those 10 seconds close that gap. When your dog leans on you, let it. When it watches you from across the room, hold its gaze for a moment and blink slowly. Specialists in animal behavior point to calm, mutual eye contact as one of the strongest signals of trust you can send. It costs you nothing. To your dog, it means everything. Here's the truth that ties all of this together. Your dog never needed you to be perfect. It never needed you to understand every behavior, every signal, every sound. It just needed you to show up, consistently, calmly, fully. Because to your dog, you're not just the person who feeds it and opens the door. You're the reason the world feels safe. You're the presence that turns an ordinary room into home. You are its whole world. And now you know it's been telling you that all along. Write in the comments one thing your dog does that you now see differently. Your answer might help another owner finally understand their dog too. And if you want to keep understanding your dog at this level, the next video will take you even deeper into what your dog is really trying to tell you every day. Subscribe so you don't miss it.